But I got some cool stuff to show you guys tonight, and that's why I invited you guys out for this. A few things that you're going to see coming pretty quick for members. Number one, let's just get over here on the screen so you can see this. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do, just so we don't have a lot of cross chatter. I'm going to hit mute all. And then if anyone's got something to ask or say, just unmute and interrupt me. But I've just put everyone on mute just so that we don't have the cross chatter on the recording. And by the way, tonight's training will be posted on YouTube later on. If there was something that I covered it didn't make sense or needed to go back over or whatever, or you missed something. But let's get right into it. First thing is we have updated the training modules. So your library for you members, it's going to look like this right here. And it's coming to you pretty quick. And just to give you an idea, let's just go over into, let's just do the view product. We'll go to this one right here. So this is what your new modules will look like. And you'll see it's really clean. It's nice and laid out. But steps 1 through 13, if you're an elite member, you get all 13 modules, plus some additional content and training that's there. But you'll be able to see that. And let's say, for instance, step 4, the dreaded step 4, which is probably the most technical one of the whole deal because it's talking about sales funnels and all of that stuff. When you click on that, you will see right here your new module of step 4 there. Then you'll have the older step 4 version here. If some of you still want to use that version, you can. So, but that's that. And then this particular training here, it's broken down where if you just need to learn about the chatbot or just need to know about setting up the workflow or just need to look, you can go to that particular section here and see that. So you can see it's really clean. It's nice and it's laid out. So we're trying, and we are updating some other things, in this as well, just to make it cleaner and easier. One of the things and complaints that we've had for years, and we just couldn't do anything about it because of the platform we were on, was the ability to blow things up and see it. So like, for instance, let's just go back into step 4 right here. You can see right here, when you click on that, you'll see this video, but then right over here, you'll see this thing right here that does this, and then boom, you can blow it up, which is really nice. So that's going to be pretty cool. Let's go back down here and see if I can lower that. So you've got that coming to you, and that's for all members. So you'll see that. The other thing that I wanted to announce for everyone specifically, so you, even if you're not an elite member, just gives you the value of the elite package that you are selling, is some new products that we have developed already. And we're developing several more. And these are basically products that are created with the various tools of the new app. And they are ready for market right now. And we've got 3 developed. And what's going to happen Wednesday night, I'm having a mastermind training with just the elites. And for all of you elite members, you're going to get sales funnels for these 3 specific products. Okay. And when I say sales funnels, you're going to get a funnel set up that's going to give a training video, how it works, everything you need from ad copy to sales copy to video copy to sell the product. And then you're ready to rock and roll, and you can start selling these 3 products right away. And the 3 products are the Restaurant Reacher, the Salon Solutions, and the Home Serve Pro, which is home service. And, it's for the restaurant business, the salon business, whether it be nails, hair, anything to do with, that type of business. And any home service professional, plumber, electrician, person that goes out and cuts your grass, whatever. Okay. And then these are built with the various app tools that we have, the Telemation, the chatbot, the lead marketing system, the Funnel Max, the CRM Ultimate, the web builder, and reputation management, with the little asterisk. If they want that, there's an additional price to that. Doesn't come automatically. But restaurant folks especially like that because that helps with a lot of things. How many times, when we were down in Key West, what were we doing? We were going online and looking at reviews of restaurants because we don't know what restaurants are down there. So that is every restaurant needs to have that reputation management system added to the package. But it's $500 a month. It's a one-time fee of $1,000 to set up. What does that mean to you elite members? That's $500 for your setup commission and $250 a month for residual when you sell this particular product. Okay. And here's the cool thing. The funnels and everything that they want is already set up and designed for them. Okay. Because keep in mind, let's think about this. What's the distinction between these products versus our membership products? We're thinking a restaurant guy doesn't want to be an online marketer. He don't want to know about sales funnels. He doesn't want to know about how to, generate leads specifically for, all the intense training that we have as members, right? He wants to be able to sell lunches and dinners or breakfast. That's all he's in the restaurant business. He's not in any other business. So we have this pre-made for him. Here's your funnels. Here's this, here's that, set up, plug and play, go. Okay. So you sell it. It's a $500 setup fee, or $1,000 setup fee for him, which is $500 commissionable to you. And then it's a $500 a month fee to him, which is $250 is the way it's split. So we got 3 products that's designed like that right now for you to resell: the Restaurant Reacher, the Salon Solutions system. And you can see they're a little bit different. Why are they different? Well, for instance, the salon person here doesn't have the lead marketing necessarily, doesn't have the funnel max, doesn't have even I didn't even put on the reputation management necessarily. They can add that, of course, but it's just we try to think, what would that person need? Well, what is a person that's cutting hair and doing? They want someone to be able to book their appointments online, so they don't have to stop doing the nails, stop cutting the hair, stop doing whatever they're doing to go and write down, the next. They want to be able to say, here's a link, put it on your phone. Anytime you need to book an appointment, boom, boom, boom. It manages everything for them out the door. And so it's priced accordingly. It's a $500 setup. And then if it's just for one hairstylist or person, it's $100 a month. If it's for the entire salon, maybe you got 3 or 4 ladies in there, or guys, if it's a barber shop or whatever, then we can do a package deal for the entire shop for $200 a month. Okay. And so they might be 3 or 4 on there. Okay. But basically for you elites, it's 50-50 commission. Okay. So that's how that works. All right. And then your home service provider, they're going to need that telemation system, the chat bot system, lead marketing, some other things like that. So we've got that set up for them, $1,000 setup, $500. But the magic here is their funnels. Everything is set up. All they do is start getting in business using these tools. You as the elite member, because you have this system yourself, you're learning this system, you're going to be equipped to coach and handle them. Now, here's the deal on these. There's no ticket support for these guys, okay? There's no, they don't get the membership level support. So when you do need to count the cost before you build the house, as the good book says. So what's the cost to you to write this business? This is your business to manage. I don't want to talk to your client, okay? I don't want to even know about your client, right? This is your client, okay? That's you to service, but that's the deal. And it's huge, and it shouldn't be as hard of business to manage because they're in one lane, one vertical, doing one thing. You don't have all these variables. So it should be pretty cool to work with. And just so you know, some things that's coming down the pike, just like this in days, not months, but just in days, as our developers are working on right now. If you've got gym membership owners that out there, you can start selling them or start having those conversations now, because you're going to be able to have something to sell to them.
Okay, we'll do it tomorrow. But no worries, though. No worries.
I'm going to mute that mic right there. Someone was talking. That's okay. And let this person in. But if you've got someone in dental and health, maybe you got a chiropractor or dentist. I just sold this to a doctor today. One of the things that's cool about our system is it's HIPAA compliant. So any health professional, anyone in that space that needs to make sure that the data is secure, our system does meet those compliance rules. And so you can sell this to people in medical professions and things of that nature. And so we're going to have a system packaged together just like these for those as well. Legal and professional services. Maybe you've got someone that's a lawyer, an attorney, does estate planning, does, whatever. We're going to have a package put together, life coach, solar marketing, pest control, and we got about 25 other specialized marketing solutions that are going to be packaged together, bundled together. And what we say bundled, they're going to have all of the marketing and business management assets, all of the software that they need with the particular funnel that will reach their particular market, all of that put together for a design price. Okay. So that these are just more products, more markets that our elite members are going to be able to call on and sell to. So just one more way to make money. And guys, think about the power of this just for a second. Let's say, for instance, you were just working in the home service space. Well, think about this just for a second. If you had 10, if you could go out and find 10 plumbers, electricians, people in the trades, people that go out to houses and sign them up at a $500 clip. Somebody, I went to public school, help me out, 10 times 500. What is that in residual income all of a sudden set to your monthly bottom line? Anyone?
5,000.
Thank you. Dale is playing along. Yeah, that's right. It's 5,000. So you can see real quick the power of being able to have these products packaged together this way. And that doesn't include the upfront initial commission you're going to make just on the setup. And when you're dealing with businesses, if you get a grasp and an understanding of all of the various tools that this one tool is going to replace for them. And that's what I was able to do today. I was working with a doctor because I came back and I woke up and had allergy, just terrible allergy problems. My left eye, I could barely see out of it. It's just bloodshot red now. Thank God you guys can't see in the camera. So I had to go to the doctor this morning. And a good friend of mine, and I was talking to his receptionist there, and I was seeing her answer the phone and seeing her following up with clients on their appointments and stuff. And I struck up a conversation, found out what they were using just by chatting her up a bit, found out all of the different things. Well, it just so happens I'm friends with the doctor that owns that practice. And I said, hey, you're using this, and this. That's got to be costing you a few $100 a month. He says, try a few $1,000s a month. And I says, well, what if I could replace all that for, maybe $1,000 a month? And he says, I would love to look at it, but I don't believe you could do it. And so basically, while I'm in his office, I get behind his desk, set him up an account. I says, try this for 30 days and let's talk. And already on the way home, he sent me a text and said his name of the lady that does it. Says that she already loves it. She says this calendar thing is 10 times better than what we're using now. So, I mean, that's what I did just at going to the doctor day for allergies. Now, maybe I need to go to the doctor every day, different doctors. And, but that's the power of this thing. So if you just pay attention when you're in restaurants, you just pay attention when you're at a doctor's office, when you go get your hair cut and start listening and just inquiring, how are you doing this? How does this work? Or would you be open to try something if it saved you some money? I'm telling you, this is a very, very powerful product you're going to have in your hands, elites. And for you guys that are not elites, don't get discouraged. This is what you're selling when you're selling elite packages. You're putting people in the business to be able to do exactly this right here and leverage these tools. Okay. So those were the two main things I wanted to get out to you guys tonight. And then I wanted to make myself available for the next 45 minutes or so, just to answer questions and then have people in on this call hear those questions and hear them answered while they're here. So if you've got questions, go ahead and start populating them now because I would love to answer them. And I think I know that there's a few that sent in questions while I was at the beach. So I know you've got some. So don't be shy tonight. So go ahead and I'll go back here. Let's see here. Terry, when you have a minute, can build your own sales funnel for different industries with certain components that business owners want. And then can we sell these funnels that we build and decide the pricing ourselves? So, yeah, I mean, you can definitely do that, Jeffrey. What you would want to do in that regards is you would want to sell a membership package. And then through your coaching, you're going to be able to coach and set that up and set your pricing on that. For absolutely, you could do that. And if you've got a particular funnel that you're working with, and you know a particular industry that could use it, then what I would say to do is put that on your system. If you don't have the app yet, when you get the app, make sure you build that out, prove it. And if it's a proven model, then what we can do is get involved with you and pay you a developer's fee to resell that throughout the whole network. And I made that available to all of our, that was one of the things I mentioned to all the folks that came to the conference. So, as a member, especially an elite member, with all these various assets and know-how, if you start creating a funnel that's really working because you know a specific niche, then prove it out, make it happen. You could definitely sell it for what you want. But if it's something that you would like to introduce through the network and have it bundled together and sold as a package, we're all ears. So absolutely.
Hey, Terry, I had a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Greenbacks.
Yeah. So if somebody already has their own domain name, they have it, right? They can just get the hosting in the new app, and they can connect it that way through the name servers, just like you normally would. Can you speak a little bit more about that process there?
Yeah. So you can transfer your domain name over. A couple things there. You can, if you're wanting the website, you got to have a website to populate some of these assets. Yeah. And so you can use your own domain name and server and with where we're headed. Okay. Yeah. You don't have to host with us.
Right.
Okay. But if you want some of our plugins specifically, we have to have it because the way we've structured our resale rights and stuff with some of this, we sort of struck up a deal with a few of our plugins and the company that we use for hosting. And so the way we populate some of those plugins that are not the app, it has to be on our server to do that. Okay. And that's part of your membership, is to get some of those pro versions like WP Forums and Elementor and some of those other things. Okay. But let's say, for instance, someone has already got a WordPress site out there and they don't want to spend the time of setting, a new one up and all that. Yeah. Then we'll get them our lead connector plugin, put it over on there, or just show them where to get it and put it, and then they can sync our app to their existing account. So that's no problem. It's just we can't put the forms and the Elementor stuff over there.
Gotcha. So when they get they transfer the domain name over and they get the hosting on
if they'll transfer their domain name, which you can do, and it doesn't cost anything.
Right.
Then you because our hosting is like $6 a month, so that's pretty darn cheap. I don't know if you can get the same amount. You might. I'm not going to say because I'm not as educated as maybe I should be, but that's pretty cheap. Most of the ones I see out there are $10 and $15 for the same thing.
That's cheaper than GoDaddy for sure, which is what I've had.
Oh yeah, to be honest with you, the company I'm using is technically the back office for GoDaddy. GoDaddy is just a reseller.
I wondered about that.
Yeah, the dirty little secret is GoDaddy has just done a great job of marketing. But I've been with this company since 1999, and I get pretty good rates with them. And so all I'm doing is just turning around and selling it just about what I'm for our members, because I'm not. It's not there to make money. It's there just to provide a service so we can get these assets put on there. But to be more specific to your question, Gary, all they got to do is transfer their domain name over to the new host, and then they get everything plus the app.
Cool. Yeah. So I just wanted to know because, people are buying domains. I wanted to make sure I'm telling them the correct updated information with everything getting, added on the back end here. So, okay, cool.
Yeah. If you will tell them to hold off on buying their domain name until they get their app,
right?
Then when you go into your back office in the app, it's right down here, blog hosting and domain. Right. They go right here, and then they just go through the process of getting, here's the plans, $6 a month for 10 gigabytes, $10 a month for 100 gigabytes. If you want to get all fancy and go to, your own dedicated CPU with 4 cores, I mean, you can get really serious. That's when you start running a whole network like what we've got and some other stuff, to power certain softwares. Then you can even go up to the first class, but you get that. And one thing, and tell everyone, this is real important, Gary, and you'll remember this, but I want everybody else to remember this. When you're getting this, do yourself a favor and don't go cheap. You can go cheap here. Get the $6. I'm not saying that. Domains is just a couple dollars. I mean, it's just $1 or $2 more to get your domain name. But what I'm saying is when you get over to certificates, buy the certificate. Don't skip that. Yeah, it's $60, but let me tell you why you want that. If you don't have a security certificate on your site and someone, let's say, for instance, you're doing social media marketing or Craigslist marketing or LinkedIn or whatever, wherever you're getting your traffic, as soon as they click on that and they go to that site, if they got Google Chrome and in some of these other browsers and it's not a secure site, it don't go to the site. This big red flag comes up that says, this is an unsecure site. Are you sure you want to proceed? You're going to lose 99.9% of your traffic right there just because you don't have a security certificate. So make sure you get that security certificate, because if you don't, you're going to spend a ton of time, money, effort, energy to drive traffic to your opt-in form.
Definitely. Oh yeah, great point, Terry, because if they don't have that, it's going to say not secure.
Yeah.
Okay?
And the average.
And not only that, Google won't even let you go to it. It just says
Google will stop
you. It says back to safety, or that's it. It will not let you go.
Or it won't even show up if they're searching it. It won't even show up.
Yeah, and Google won't index it.
Right.
And so that means all the SEO work that you're doing, all of the other stuff that you're doing is just for naught. So do yourself a favor. Don't go cheap. Get that security certificate. And we've got a wildcard system there. So what that means is all your subdomains and all the sub stuff you do, it's going to be covered. Everything's covered. So even when, and here's another thing for me, for especially you guys that have been creating content before the online space became more like, the inspection stickers on a car, because all this is a money grab. That's all this is. But, this is basically the equivalent of getting inspection stickers on a car in states. It's just a way for you to have to go by and have to pay someone. If you have a system that's been out there before this implemented, like I do, there's tons of blogs, podcasts, content, images, graphics I have got on the site since 2012, 2011, 2010. And it doesn't have the HTTPS URL. It's got the original HTTP, or some of them just got www. Yeah. Well, with a wildcard security certificate, it even goes back and it recognizes that, and it adds that security protocol there, so that the Google browser or the Chrome or the Safari browser or the Firefox, whatever browser you're using, recognizes that, so that you get covered there. So that's why ours cost a little bit more because of the way we got it designed and stuff. Gotcha.
Hey, and then also another question on the sales funnel. So they can do either or now. They can do it the original way or the newer way that's being developed and created as we speak, basically, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we're not doing away with, because I know some people just liked it and that's what they're using. And the thing about using the old way is you're going to forego a lot of this new stuff of being able to text automatically, to be able to use a lot of the more sophisticated CRM stuff that's coming down the pike. So you want to get over there, but I don't want to make a turn so fast that we throw everybody off the boat, right? So way we've got this is when you go to step 4, if you want to see the old training from older step 4, boom, right there it is. Makes sense? Mm-hmm. New system right here. New system breakdown. Did I spell that right? Clicking here. Yep. But old system right there, just in case you need it.
And they can pick which. And
they can pick.
They can pick. Okay.
Yeah. They can pick.
Some may want to do the older, and some may want to do the more latest stuff that we have that's coming out right now. Okay. So if everybody's listening now, so I know I had a few of my members asking me that question just in the last 24, 48 hours, which way they should go. So that way we can get a little bit more, clarification on it,
Yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate you pressing on that.
Yeah.
Great question here. So let me, yeah. So Dedra, right. Yes. We've got that home service to Dedra's question. You mentioned one for a loan service. Is there a package for that? So we're putting that with this one right here, home serve. So that could be anybody that goes out to a home and has to book appointments to do service from home, whether it be a plumber, electrician, anybody in the trades, repair, a lawn care, you name it. And we also have one coming that's not in here that's for pet services, because that's huge in the upstate here. I don't know about your parts of the country, but around here, it seems like you can't throw a rock without hitting a truck. That's one of these mobile pet service places where they come up and groom and all that. So we're getting one put together for them as well. So that's that. Yeah. Great question. David Robertson says, what exactly do Plus members not get that Elite members do, aside from the resale rights on the individual tools? Great question. Best way to illustrate that is actually just go over here and show you. So let's go back to the Elite training right here. So welcome to TW3. Everybody gets that. 1 through 6 is sales rep and trainer, and then it stops. 7, 8 is for the Plus members, the advanced marketing, referral marketing, and then steps 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 Elite members gets, where you get referral marketing as a Plus member. The way that works is you're working through your Elite member, and he gets or she gets an overwrite on your business. So that's a huge component there. So for instance, let's say you're doing referral marketing in the insurance space and you're doing property and casualty. So you're generating leads for, let's say, Nationwide or State Farm or whatever. And that lead pays $25 per lead. Well, you as a Plus member may only be getting $5 or $10 for that lead, because your Elite member is setting the overwrite to 50, 70, 80%, whatever they want to set it to, because it's their agency. They can do what they want. So when you become an Elite member, you get direct contracting with these companies. So you get the full 100% commission. So, and you get the overwrite commissions that your Plus members, that you're setting up your Plus members. You also get the mastermind. Tonight, for instance, this is a little taste of what the mastermind group is, where you're hearing me talking, Gary talking, Chris talking, other people talking, and we're answering questions and group thinking something out. Okay. Because we got a lot of people in our Elite level that comes from various industries and different backgrounds. I might be strong in marketing, but I'm weaker in sales, or I don't know this over here. And we're always got a great Elite member that can step up to the plate and say, well, here's what I would think, and here's what I would do, and here's how I'm using the TW3 system. This right here, just to be honest with you, I've talked to several people, and you can ask any of our Elite members that's on tonight. They'll tell you the price of admission for this right here alone is worth it if you didn't have anything else. Because I've had Cliff Ravenscraft, I've had John Lee Dumas, I've had a lot of my Neil O'Reilly, a lot of my guys says that have been involved or come or heard our Elite group setting and says, dude, for what you're giving in that mastermind, you shouldn't even have to do all the other stuff. They should go out to WordPress or this or that company that can get their own thing. But we're providing the tools and the training. So, but that right there, I think is very strong. And it's not about me. It's about the group that's in there. Just so.
Yeah. You are who you hang out with. Okay.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. If you want to be a better musician, get around a lot of great musicians. If you want to be a better ball player, play with better ball players, so that's the deal right there.
And then also, hey, the residual component, $50 a month, that's going up to $75 a month on all your business.
Yes.
Okay? So that's another huge, major residual income stream component that as soon as you start building on that, the sooner the better, and you can build that up, as the weeks move forward, the months move forward, and the years move forward there. So.
Absolutely. Great point. So the residual income component, passive income components with the overwrites, as we mentioned, setting up your podcast, setting up your online store. And then number 13, lucky 13 is we've always had the APS, but now we've brought on the enterprise sales with APS is an enterprise system. That's an $18,000 commissionable product that you sell. Basically, And the way that works is you go out and you talk to an insurance agency, a real estate agency, some sort of sales organization, a church, a school. You set them up on an enterprise system, a banking system. It's a $25,000 sale, but you could get it financed to them for just a couple $100 a month. You're going to turn that $200 a month into an $18,000 commission for you in just days. That alone is very, very powerful. And then we have all these enterprise products that are on a smaller scale that we're talking about tonight that we just entered. We're bundling our tools together and putting it together just for a specific market or niche. So that's also what you're getting.
And
so
hey, in the elite package now, what's happening now, this could go for $10,000, in my opinion. Okay.
Absolutely.
Just on what's taking place as we speak right now. Okay. So a lot of new cutting edge stuff that Terry's adding to the platform, a ton of different residual income components being built into the system as these weeks move forward. Hey, I could talk about the elite package all day long. So, hey.
Well, that's what, because I was getting some mail. I want everybody to get what Gary's talking about. I want you to get the vision for it. Because I got a little email. Someone was a little discouraged and I got it. They were a sales rep and trainer. And they said, you're giving all this value to elite, but what about us? I was like, this helps you too. Because the SRT was talking about, well, I don't get to sell. And I said, yes, but you're selling elite packages, aren't you? And that elite package now, I agree with you, Gary, it's worth $10,000. And you're basically able to sell a product that's worth 10 grand for about $89 a month.
Yep.
And make about $1,750 or more off of it right then and there. So it helps everyone. So don't take the short view that, yeah, but I don't get to sell this. But what you are selling, if you're a sales rep and trainer out there, what you are selling just has immense value. And for you guys that are elite members, I mean, you have got 50 ways from Sunday now to make residual money. So come on. I mean, you got different price points. You got different markets. It's put together for you. You're getting the tools and you're becoming the marketing expert yourself because you're going to have these tools. And so you can go in and there's just so many different ways you're going to be able to make money. All right.
Man, lots of exciting stuff, Terry, by the way, you putting together, man. So
thank you, brother. Charles, do what? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I just said thank you for that explanation. I had a follow-up question for it if you have.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
So I have, I own davidwrobertson.com and I sell alternative funding on that website. Is there a way, I have that hosted through GoDaddy. Can I take that website or that domain and transfer it over through our system and
Absolutely.
eliminate the GoDaddy fees and everything that I'm paying?
Absolutely. Because GoDaddy is charging you retail and you're going to get it wholesale over here. So what you'll do is you're going to come back here and you're just going to go through the process of buying your domain. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to get your hosting and you click order there and you just walk through the process. And then you're going to go over here and where it says domains here, you're going to say in the check system, somewhere along the lines, it's going to ask you, do you have this domain? And you're going to put in the domain that you got and it's going to click check and it's going to come back and say that it's taken, but you're going to say I'm the owner. And then you need to get a certificate for it. But then if you have any hiccups, let us know through support and we can work with the server on the back end to let them know, hey, this is his. And then they will contact GoDaddy. GoDaddy will inadvertently contact you. Hey, this company's wanting to transfer this domain over. Do you want them to have it? And you'll have to say yes. And it takes a few, 72 hours to do all that back and forth. But once you get it done, it's done. And then you're going to have a website with your domain name and email and all that. And then you can have all these assets populated as well.
So I basically just recreate that website through our system.
Correct.
One you already have built.
Well, let me ask you this. What kind of website? Is it a WordPress site?
It was built through GoDaddy. I use their website builder.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to say, if it was a WordPress site, there's a way that you can go into your cPanel, download it, And then when you get your new hosting, you could just upload it and save yourself some of that rebuild time. But if it's put on their particular, site builder that's not WordPress, then yeah, you got to redo it.
And we have the same site builder, you're saying?
Yeah. We have our site builder is WordPress. And the reason I use WordPress is because it's the most common and it's got the most plugins out there, and it's sort of open architecture. So I like it. Perfect.
And when I upgrade, I was talking to Gary, Mr. Green, and he said that whenever I upgrade, as long as I upgrade before the cutoff, whenever that is, then my monthly fees will stay grandfathered in.
Yes, that is correct.
But if I upgrade after, then the monthly fee is going to be.
That's correct. November the 1st is our cutoff date. So all business written before November the 1st is going to be at $97. Either new business or renewed business or upgraded business. All business written before November 1 of this year is this, because what's going to happen, turn November 1st, we're going out of beta with this, going full, which means our price is going to go up because of what I'm having to pay this and that. And to recapture some of that, we're taking our admin fee from 97 basically, or $100 up to $150. Okay. To capture all that. So you'll definitely want to do whatever you want to do before then, if you can, to save that.
Perfect. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I appreciate that. And great questions. Thanks.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Rebecca.
I'm kind of along those lines. So I built one of my websites. I'm working on the other one, but I've held off because of this. And so having built it on the TW3 platform, it will transfer over. I have it. My domain name is with GoDaddy. But so if I want to switch it over, do I have to recreate everything, or is it all going to be like a good match?
Is your website built on WordPress with GoDaddy?
No, what I did was I created all the pages and everything I needed to do with TW3.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, what we can do so technically your website is not with GoDaddy. It's just your domain name.
That's correct. Sorry. The lingo.
No, that's okay. Okay. I'm not trying to be, I'm just trying clarity. That's all. That's Logos. Okay. I got it. The logic, the Logos. Trying to get on the same page.
Good luck with that, baby, because you don't want to get in his head.
Trust me. I'd probably be more at home there than I am over here right now. So what we can do, because you're going to the same server company that you're coming from, it's just you're going to have your own independent site on your own server now. So what we can do is say, this subdomain over here, the content here, can you transfer it over to the new domain that's just been purchased and hosting? And we can get that done for you on the back end.
So I just submitted a ticket for that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then my other question was, I'm building a second website and business that's separate from my Graceful Journeys business, which is separate from my TW3 business.
Yeah.
And I want to build it, and I want to have all my web hosting done through you. Yeah. And so do I build that the same way, like using the TW3 dashboard?
No. You're going to have your own dashboard and everything. So once you just get another site and you'll log into that site, you'll go into your dashboard there, and it'll be your WordPress site and everything. The only thing that we're going to do for you is populate the back of your site with our plugins and our lead connector. So you can have, for every site you want to get, you can have our tools on that individual site. So you can set up as many businesses with different sites as you want.
Okay. And so that, I'm sorry, just all my notes are on that. So
no, you're fine. Great questions.
So what comes first, the chicken or the egg? So is the first thing that I do is get the web hosting for the new website that I'm designing. And then I'll go into that back office. I'm recapping, I guess. And that's where I'll build it from there.
Yes. Yeah.
And I can use Canva and all my other.
Absolutely. You're not going to change any logic, anything that you've learned is applicable to where you're going.
Okay.
It's just rather than being a subdomain of, in other words, and rather than being rebecca.terrywilson3.net,
Right.
which is what your domain is pointing to, you're going to be out there on your own particular server now. And it's going to be whatever your domain is, RebeccaGrace.com.
Yep.
Hypothetically. And then,
okay. Right.
you know, and then to log into that, it's going to be RebeccaGrace.com/WP-admin or whatever you want to set it at if you want something different. So you don't get people trying to hack your site.
Okay. Okay. That's good. And then my last question, which is again in the same topic, and I hope this is helping other people, but my difficulty, and I reached out to, I think it was Reagan or Gabby, somebody while you were on vacation, and they were just, so you know, the kiddos, they did good. They responded.
They took care of me. They really did.
Right away.
I sent everybody a text that says, if I get any complaints while I'm on vacation.
Yeah, they did a good job, Terry.
Three chops to the neck.
They did good. So I'm giving them props.
No, we're proud of them.
But my question that came to me afterwards was, somebody like myself, I know what I want it to do. I just don't always know what's appropriate to choose. So you've got some options there, and I don't know which is the right package for me. So how do I go about addressing those questions? And I think whoever responded to me, I think it was Reagan, said that I can start small and then I can always upgrade.
Yeah, you can on your hosting, you always start with the smallest package. Because here's what's going to happen. If you get on the smallest package and you start getting a tremendous amount of traffic and your website just starts going to a crawl and it gets slower and slower, that's going to alert you, hey, I need more CPU usage and I probably need some more data space because I'm getting bogged down here because I've got so much content up there now. And so all you do is just upgrade. So it's easier to upgrade than have all of this that you're not using, and then you're just paying extra for stuff you don't need right now.
Yeah, right on. And that was the advice that was given. I just wanted to double check that for my own.
Yeah, you can always upgrade. And you'll know when to upgrade because you're getting complaints. Say, hey, I'm trying to log in your site. I can't get in.
Okay. Good to know. And then the app will show how, and if this is a question for Wednesday night, you can just pass me on this one, but the app that shows sort of everything. Will it reflect all the different businesses that I have, or is that just strictly for TW3?
No, the app is for anything you want to use. Okay. So what you're getting at is, how do I delineate between what's my TW3 business versus my coaching business versus whatever other business?
Yeah.
So
can I see that all on the app?
So here's the thing you got to think about. Your app, let's not use TW3 because it gets confusing sometimes. Let's say, for instance, you went out and got a MailChimp account.
Okay.
Or a GetResponse account, whatever. Within that account, you've got different lists. Okay, here's the list that I've got set up for my TW3 business. So anything that's added to that list, they send out these email sequences and stuff. But then I got this other list over here, and I title it this. The TW3 is the same way. So when a client comes in, you set up your tags and you tag them accordingly.
Yeah.
And then when you when you create a form, you create that form. This is for this business. This is for this business. This is for this business. And then under your workflows, you say every time someone comes into this form that's named life coaching, then put a tag on them that says coach. And then you go in and say, for everybody that's tagged as coach, send them through this funnel that's named coaching funnel. Yeah.
That's
so
right.
You can have as many, you just got to get clear on the front end, which is what you're doing on how do I set up these categories? How do I set up my filing system? So I keep everything straight, and that's how you do it.
Exactly. Thank you so much. I'm done.
Yeah, you got it. All right. So getting down to Charles Shiflett says, are there any plans to have demonstration videos that we can send to the various service? Yes, that's what I was talking about for Wednesday night for our elite members, Charles. you're going to have a video presentation of these particular products for that particular industry, branded as that, speaking specifically at that. It has nothing to do with business opportunity. Doesn't even have anything to do with quote unquote lead generation or anything else. It has to do with, hey, I want to talk to my salon owners out there today. I know that you are in the business to cut hair, not to create appointments and to keep up with people and chase them down and all this stuff. And so I'm going to put a video together, 5-10 minutes. Let me show you some tools that's going to automate your booking process so you can stay busy doing what you do best, building relationships with your clients and making them look beautiful. And so I'm going boom, boom, boom. It's all about that. It's going to be branded that. And so how much would it cost you to hire a virtual secretary to do all your booking and to follow up with the people and maybe even do some marketing online for you about specials that you're running? How much would that cost you? Well, I'm going to be able to show you how for just $100 a month, it does all this for you. So I'm going to be speaking to those specific industries like that in a video, and the funnel is going to be put together for you so that when you go out and create the ad, you place the ad copy in social media, Craigslist, whatever you want to do, it sends them to that video. If you want more information, click the link below and we can send you out some more details. And then it's an appointment for their booking it with you to have that. So all that's going to be created for you. And it's going to be demonstrated this Wednesday night. So that's what we're doing. Great question. Thank you for
machine. Start the machine.
Start the machine, baby.
And that's 8 o'clock, right, Terry?
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. We changed our times to 8 because yours truly is getting older. So I gotta get in bed. All right.
Hey, since we're having a lead train on Wednesday night for all the elite members. We have a new upgraded elite member, just upgraded 15 minutes ago, that's on tonight. His name is Jay, if I'm butchering the last name, last name.
Alball?
So everybody give him a big welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to the family. You're in good company.
Good to have you on, Jay.
Thank you all. And Gary, you did a good job. You didn't butcher it at all.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Say it one more time for yours truly, because like I said, I butcher everything.
Abba.
Okay, Abba. I got it.
Everyone wants to use the L. It's not. It's just Abba.
It's just there to confuse us.
It is.
I'm blonde. It doesn't take anything.
Hey, Jay is going to be at just about every meeting. He's always at the podcast. He's always showing up. The guy's consistent, man. So I sense there's going to be some great things in his future, being a part of our membership for sure. So
good to have you on, Jay. Welcome to the family. And Jay, just so you know, when I have a hard time with names, you're going to get a nickname before long. So please forgive me up front.
It's here where I'm from, it's Jabo. And Jabo, it's something that stuck from playing ball. But it's that whatever. It doesn't matter.
Like J-Bo, there's J-Lo. There's J-Lo. We gotta have J-Bo.
That's right. All right, good to have you with us.
I had a guy that wanted to pay to get a nickname. You think if I paid Terry, you give me a nickname? I'm like, man, you got to earn this name. We got
right.
Greenback says, "Do you know what I have been through? I got the stripes and the wounds to prove it."
You gotta have personality to get a nickname.
Miller Time. Down there in the High Life headquarters, Miller Time, bringing the heat. All right, Jerry says, how will voice drop broadcast work in with new app? Also, is data segmentation going to be much more detailed? So, yes, the same cold engagement tools, Jerry, that we've always had, which is that dialer system in your back office, it's still there. Now, the tools that the app has are not for cold marketing. I want to be clear on that. There's two different tools that we give you at TW3. One's for cold marketing, and if you're not doing it in a sophisticated way, there's a derogatory term for that. It's called spamming. But if you're doing it the right way, it's not. But there's cold marketing tools. And what's cold marketing? The person didn't opt into a form. They don't know you. They've never asked anything for any information from you. However, they got a voicemail drop, or they got an email, or they got a text or something. Okay, where did that data come from? It comes from data that we provide our members at a wholesale price of around $6-7 per thousand. You put it into these cold marketing systems that are in your back office, in your dashboard, and they're still there and they will always be there. These are third-party companies that are designed for cold marketing. For instance, let me give you a specific example. We have a cold marketing email system. It's made to send out emails to people that you have purchased data lists from or scraped data or however you got that data, and you send that email out. If they click on opt out or they complain or whatever else, they can do that and they won't get, they're put on a suppression list so it doesn't go back out to that system. But that system is set on what's called a roving server, which means it sends out 2,000 and it sends out another 2,000 from this server. Then it sends out another 2,000 from that server. And so it's like a moving target so that you can't have hundreds of people complaining about the same IP address and server to Google. And then all of a sudden they black flag that and it can't send out anymore. So it's designed to do that. And it's not black hat because it's data that we have purchased that has been opted in from companies like USA Data and stuff like that. We don't sell scrape data. Now we do have just to be all full transparency, we do offer and sell third-party data scrapers that you can do what you're going to do. But our data that you buy from us, it's opted in. But that's for cold marketing. When it comes to warm marketing, that's where you're using our system. In other words, you cold marketed someone, they said, yeah, I want more information. And they clicked in an opt-in form and they opted into your form that you created with the TW3 app. Well, now they're in a system that is opted in, and our system will either text them, email them, voicemail drop them, however you want to keep that client engaged. You can use those tools from then on out. The reason our system's locked down where you can't import, export, and do all this other stuff with data in the CRM is because we've got it locked down. We don't want you hurting yourself or us. We want to protect our system's open rates and bounce rates and all that. So we don't allow, purchase data, outside data logged in. So be clear, cold data, cold marketing, warm marketing. Our system, our app is for warm marketing. The third-party systems we recommend in the back office that's been there, always has been there. We recommend it. Check your training. It's there. You can use that for cold marketing. Don't ever use our system for cold marketing. We've got it locked down to where you pretty much can't. But if you find out a hack, you figure out a way to do it, it's instant banishment to the the furthest regions of the world, never to be able to use TW3 again. So that's a big no-no. So don't do it. I'm saying that politely, but trust me, there is a brick behind that velvet tongue. All right. Now, moving right along. Also, for people who just want to work hourly with no paid membership, are there any changes in options for them besides? Nope. I mean, I don't know why you would want anything different than what the referral. I mean, there's literally hundreds of companies back there that are paying anywhere from $10 to $40 an hour, depending on their education, their experience, and their expertise. We've got some great RMP offers back there. So I don't understand. That's all you need. I don't see how you would find anything better than that. But that's what's back there for hourly and salary. Miller time. I'm concerned that if I just saw that was a direct message. So he's concerned. Let me see what his concerns are. He's got a hosting company. How can I be sure that the hosting company won't sell my money? Okay. I can tell you this. He's concerned that he doesn't want his information and data sold to third parties. So I am not with, and I can talk to you offline, Miller. This company here, they're not a Net Solutions. They're not a GoDaddy. They're not a Bluehost. They are the provider of these companies. I'm actually dealing with an actual data company, a server farm. I'm not dealing with a middle company. So you're not going to have, they deal with developers and only developers. And so you're not going to have that problem. Okay. Because you're not dealing with salespeople, basically. All right. And George says, why isn't the website certification included in the new salesperson purchase agreement? Essentially, no one can execute purchase transactions. Why isn't the website certification included? George, can you open up your mic and ask me that, because I'm not necessarily tracking with you, and I apologize, but I want to make sure I understand your question so that I can fully answer it. All right. If he gets back, Gary, I think he's your guy. Just
yeah, he is. He'll get on just a minute.
Yeah, have him ask that again, and I'll be more than happy to answer that. It just wasn't tracking what he was actually. And if you've caught us in the middle of transitioning over, I mean, there is a website for our existing members now, and we're going to keep that site up for quite a while. It's not going away anytime soon. So it's not like you have to buy the web builder site or certification to get a website, because you get one with us already. Now, we are transitioning away from that eventually, but that's not anytime soon. So if that's what
they still already get a website already, just on our original platform.
Yeah, on the original platform. So that's still there, and it's not going away anytime soon. I'm just giving you a, down the road look where we're headed, because I just think it's going to be better for you. Essentially. So a little bit of cross chatter there, no problem. And let's see, Letitia, all the way out there in Texas, says, I'm so excited. Thank you, Terry. I'm excited too. And Thomas says, Terry, will I have to retool my TW3 blog going over the new hosting? Not really, because you're on our system. We can do a transfer for you whenever you want to transition over, Thomas. That's no problem. Will there be any changes for my blog? No, it's the same, because what you're dealing with on the TW3 system is a WordPress site. Okay, so same logic, same tools, same everything. It's just it'll be on your own site and system now. And like I said, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do it anytime soon. It's just eventually that's where we're going to head. Hopefully in the coming sometime middle end of next year. Is what we're projecting out.
This is George Mothershed.
Pardon?
This is George Mothershed. Can you hear me?
I can. You're breaking up a little bit, but I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. First of all, thank you much. I love working with your colleague Gary Green, and I appreciate. I may be asking a real naive question that you can answer, but I'd rather understand it. I'm a new sales representative, as you know, and what I'm interested in is, do I have to get another website certificate to work off of this program, or does your certificate cover me for my transactions with my customers?
Yeah, so you're a sales rep and trainer, is that correct, Gary?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so you have a website already with the native TW3 system, our standard system. What we're showing you is where we're headed months down the road, that we're going to transition from having a network website type system in place where you are a subsite on a network to where you can have your own individual site. But that's not anything that we're doing right now.
I would get the certificate.
I'm sorry, George. You're breaking up so bad, it's hard to hear you, and I apologize.
Well, I can. He's breaking up, but what I can do is I can show him where the original website is, to help him out there, because he just signed up just recently. So.
Yeah, if you'll just show him what he's got there, maybe that'll help him understand, because you do have a website already, George. It's just we're changing the way we're giving members and affording members websites,
And I'll text you your website too, your website link. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, what I was asking was, am I covered under your website certification certificate presently? Or do I have to buy that additionally?
No, you have a website. You currently have a website as a member at TW3, and it has its own address, its own login where you can get in, you can post stuff on it and all of that. It's on our network site.
It's its own certificate too on there already.
Yeah, and there's a security certificate already on there.
Right. I'll text him the link to his website and give him a quick call just to, give him some more clarification. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that would be great. Great. Good questions tonight. And that was a great question as well, George. Thank you so much. And thanks for being on here. Any other questions while we got you on night? Want to make sure everybody, I know, Miss Spelling Bee, did you have a question that you needed me to hit? Want to make sure I get your questions as well.
I can make one up.
Well, no, I mean,
quiet.
Please, for the love of God, don't stump the van.
You can make a question.
I can name that tune in 3 notes.
I was going to wait till Wednesday, but I'll go ahead. Back to the bundles for the app.
Mm-hmm.
Can you go back to that page?
I can. Yep. All right.
There you go. Okay, so what if, number one, so for example, the home service one, what if they also want the auto scheduler? Could you like tack that on?
Yeah, we could tack that on. Absolutely.
So how much, do we know how much that would be? Yeah.
We would probably put that on for like another $10 or something like that.
Okay. And then my other question would be, as far as the sign up or a shopping cart, if we sent someone there, or how is that transaction happen?
Yeah, so that's going to be part of your funnel that we're creating for you. So you will definitely want to make sure you've got set up with Stripe or something of that nature. If you don't want to use Stripe, you don't have to. You'll probably need to use some sort of merchant account that will allow you to create sales buttons. Okay. And those, so if you want to use PayPal, you could do that. But in what you would do, instead of using the link that's going to be in your funnel to send them to your Stripe account, you would then just change that link to any other merchant account you want. And you would do the transaction that way.
Okay. Kind of.
So in other words, I think it'll make more sense once you see the funnel, but just to give you clarity, your funnel that you're going to get is going to be a sales page, the product, the video. Click here if you'd like to speak to a representative to talk more about how this service can help you. They click there and it goes to a booking page, for your calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you're going to have a checkout page created for you where you would just send them manually after the talk and where they buy the system. And that's your
and is there one of those for each vertical, or it's a general one?
No, it's
for each vertical.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That's why I can't do it all at one time. I'm doing them 3 at a time.
Just for us lay people, what's a vertical?
A vertical is for each product.
A business type.
Business type, yeah.
Oh, so salon, restaurant, home service?
Right. That's what I mean by vertical. Sorry, back to my old AT&T days. And the other thing I would say is any one of these businesses absolutely needs to have the Yext listing management system too. So I would just bundle that right on in.
Well,
absolutely, they need to have it.
What we could do, and you've raised up a great idea and thought in asking these questions, is in the sales page, we probably need to add a way where they can add other products to it on the checkout, the bump. And we can definitely do that in the checkout portion where they get this, boom, and then for $10 more, you can have the automated calendar system where it books all your calendars. And for X amount.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, add this now, and you can get Miss Spelling Bee's special training and the Yext update for $75. Improve your SEO or whatever it's going to be.
Exactly.
And I hear, guys, especially you elite members on here, there's supposed to be this absolutely powerful, powerful training coming up in just a few weeks about Yext. and the power it provides with SEO service with one of our top trainers here. Any idea when we're going to have her give that, Miss Spelling Bee?
Did you give her a date? Because you're on vacation, and I don't know when you're coming back.
Probably
she
sometime
doesn't
around
know when you're.
probably sometime around the 1st of November.
Okay, so the deadline is November 1st.
Yeah.
That's an official date. That unofficially,
that's plenty of time.
I tell you what, take a couple minutes and just explain to everyone on here what Yext is that doesn't understand it, and how we have that service in our system now, and the advantage it's going to provide to all of these verticals, i.e., different markets that we're calling on with these products. If you don't mind, just two or three minutes.
So just a high level view, and if you'll pop over to the app, Terry.
I will.
And click on that link that says add down there where it says new online listing.
Mm-hmm. Right here where it says connect or online listing. Okay,
either one.
Yeah. All right.
And just leave it right there. So what Yext does is they provide a service where they will take a business's name, address, and phone, NAP for short. Don't take a nap, though. And they will push it out to all these different sites, whether they're internet yellow page directories, that's my background, Google Maps, Amazon Alexa, Facebook, Bing. There's hundreds and hundreds of them, really. The reason that's important is, number one, so that they are going to appear no matter where anyone is searching for that business, because not everyone, most people do use Google, but not everyone uses Google. And so it doesn't matter where they are searching, that business is going to show up with their name, address, and phone. In other words, their NAP. Don't take a nap. And it would probably also have like a web link or anything. That's not the only reason that this is important. The bigger reason that it's important is for search engine optimization, or SEO. Because what Google is looking for is consistent listings across the internet. And that does a ton of work to help a business's SEO so that they show up higher in the organic search results page. Even things like one address is spelled out, street is spelled out, or avenue spelled out, and then avenue or street could be abbreviated on another listing. Google sees that and says, oh, this is inconsistent. So they're going to rank that business lower because of those inconsistencies. So the big thing is that they show up on all these sites. There's literally hundreds of them, and that those listings are consistent across the entire internet. That's it.
That is awesome. And
that was my training. I'm out. No, I got more stuff. I got more.
I know you do, but that's powerful. And guys, think about it. Have you ever Googled a restaurant or something, and all of a sudden you pull up their Facebook, this, that, the other? I mean, you see like 15 different listings of that same business, or maybe you Googled a certain keyword and then you're seeing all that. That's the back end of this backlinking stuff that's going on that this service will provide. That's the power you as elite members are going to be able to provide, businesses with these enterprise solutions that we're offering. Now, let's see here. Thomas had a great question, and we've addressed this a couple times, but I think we need to keep addressing it because it's a great distinction. What is the difference to selling the Plus package to business owners versus the vertical products? Plus and SRT can only sell Plus or Elite. So great question. Your plus member is typically that individual sales guy, insurance guy, real estate guy, someone who's in direct sales that understands he needs lead generation. Okay. He is focused on getting in front of people that need, want, desire, and can afford what it is he offers or she offers. And if he could get, or she could get, some other revenue streams from reselling the exact product he's using, that he could get revenue streams from referral marketing, he's all about that too. That's why she wants to be the plus package. Now, if he or she is an agency owner or a restaurant owner, or have a business that is in the service industry, like lawn care, plumbing, electricity, trades, hair care, he's a chiropractor, then that's not your plus member, because that's not that individual salesperson out there. He's more focused on, I want to, cut more hair. Okay. And I'm all about getting more butts in that seat so I can cut hair and make money. He's going to be more of an enterprise sales. So that's your distinction. Are you dealing with a sales focused individual? Are you dealing with a business owner that is wanting to cook more food, cut more hair, paint more houses, or whatever? So that's the distinction. You got to sort of, it's a nuance, but you got to sort of understand it. And here's what I would tell you, that's part of that qualifying process too, of saying, hey, would you find more value in having some intense marketing training and being a system that is going to teach you how to be an online marketer in a very sophisticated way and give you all the tools, training, and technology? Or do you want a plug and play, done for you, don't have to think about these various things? All I want to do is cut hair. And you need something. Did Gary just disappear? Did you see that? He just did a magic trick. He just walked right into the wall.
I saw that.
He just did a Jesus right through the
Cool part about it was that
how did he do
he
that?
looked back while he was doing it. He's like, watch this.
That's great.
And the days of miracles are here.
You didn't know I was a magician, did you?
I'm telling you.
I knew he could walk on water and all that, but
let me see if I can do that. Hold on a second.
Oh man, that was priceless.
Oh,
I can't.
He walks. He looks back. He's like, watch this.
Hey,
I'm going.
how did he do that?
That was
amazing.
I was wondering how Gary kept his office so clean.
As now you know. Now we know the gig is up.
The gig is up. The gig is up.
Great question, Thomas. Let's see here. Jerry, thank you for all the new stuff and hard work. Much appreciated. Thank you, sir. And Michael laughing. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Any more questions?
Yeah. What's it going to take to start selling this swag stuff here? See?
Gary's got his TW3 swag going on.
Hey man, I was drinking my coffee and that the other day, and then I got sidetracked. I had to go do some stuff. I came back to it 2 hours later. It was still hot.
Hey, that South Carolina.
All right.
What do you mean? I had to eat all that candy out of there before I could use the damn thing.
Yeah, Gina was giving me a hard time. She said, why are you getting them all candy? I was like, I'm trying to catch up with them in my weight loss journey. And the only way I can do it is sabotage him. Gary's always sending me texts, what he's doing on the treadmill. And I was like, I'll fix him. I'll stuff it with candy. Oh, goodness. Great stuff, guys. Great stuff tonight. I hope everybody learned something, got inspired with, a takeaway nugget of what you can do to improve your business. I'm telling you, the opportunities are so rich here. I am more excited about this business than I ever have been, just because, think about all the different markets, guys, that we can call on now. There's not a business, there's not a person, there's not an individual out there that you're not going to be able to run into and be able to bring them immense value and help them improve their lives. And this training has been recorded and it will be put on YouTube probably sometime tomorrow. I got to edit the front part of it out because I was playing my music before you guys got on, and they will strike me on YouTube if I put on copyrighted music. So I was listening to my Chicago. Yes. Hey,
so I'm a plus member, and
yes, sir.
I'm contemplating on becoming an elite member. I haven't sold the TW3 system, but I've done very well in, selling flooring and selling alternative business capital and different sales things that I've done. And I'd like to be able to generate some leads, I think, first, or be able to use the system for getting some business capital leads. Identifying some business owners that want alternative capital. Because I'd really like to transition away from out of the flooring business. I've been in it for 16 years. And I'd like to really just serve business owners that are looking for business capital. They want to grow their business. And I think TW3 works really well with that. However, I'd like to be able to use the system. I know Chris Miller used the system a long time before he sold it. And I think that for me, it's going to really build my belief about the system if I can use it. Sure. And I have those stories to be able to when I'm selling this system, hey, I use this system for, developing business capital leads and identifying business owners that needed capital. And I help business owners get, X amount of dollars. Right. And found them with this system. And so, and I do want to sell the TW3 system. I think it just makes sense. It doesn't make sense not to do it. So how would you go about if you were, I'm sure you've helped people that were in business capital. How would you start that?
Well, number one, I'd tell you to work with someone like Chris, and maybe talk to him. And that's the value of being an elite member. Just to be honest with you, you're going to be in the room to be able to have those conversations with people like him and other people. So that, and I know that sounds self-serving because it sounds like I'm trying to upsell you, but that's the value of that, because you're going to have, because I'm not an expert in that field, just to be honest with you, because I'm not from that. I know how to market. And I can give you some strategic ways to position yourself in that. But, he's going to be able to speak at a higher level than even I would on that. And so that's the value of being in that room, number one. Number two, I would tell you, really study some of those marketing strategies we have in step 7, because what you're talking about specifically is there's 2 types of targeting. When you're talking about targeting an audience to generate leads, you're either going to target them demographically, age, income, zip code, language, those type of things, demographical filters, which doesn't work necessarily in your space, because what you're wanting to target is the second category, interest-based. I'm looking for people that are interested in this particular, it doesn't matter what their age, income, zip code, all these demographical things, because they need to be interested in that. And so to target interest-based, you're going to be dealing mostly in social media spaces, 2 specific, Facebook and LinkedIn for that. So there's some strategic training in step 7 that's going to speak to that. There's also some deeper level training in the elite level that gets even more sophisticated on that. Plus you get to bounce things off of people like Chris in that. So I would tell you that as far as to answer your marketing question, those are the 2 things that would satisfy that. And finally, your question is very similar to a question I've been asked many, many times, and it's totally logical and totally reasonable, because you're right. The more you believe in something, the more credibility you have just naturally coming out of you. Like, we'll have a new member come on and try to sell TW3, and the first knockout question they're asked by the client is, well, how much money have you made? Or what is it? They push back, and all of a sudden, and the advantage Chris has is, and Gary and several others, the advantage they have is there's nobody with any credibility going to say, oh, it's a scam, it don't work. Like, shut up. Let me tell you something. And then they just boom, 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 boom. So don't tell me, so they can speak with so much authority. So that is instantly an advantage. And you're right. Having a story, having an experience always trumps hypotheticals. But I will tell you this, and I always go back to this. The number one, and you guys has been to the conference, you know what I'm about to say. The number one Steinway piano salesman in the world could not play chopsticks. He didn't know, he couldn't play nothing on a piano, yet he sold more pianos than any other person in the country up in New York, in Manhattan, at the Steinway dealership, an older guy. And he did it because he was just so passionate about it and so enthusiastic. And so I always tell new people this, that have a little bit of the reservation you have, like, I need to use it before I can sell it. No, you don't. You really don't. Because here's the bottom line. And I love what that guy said. How have you sold so much Steinway when everyone else, you know, have been playing for years, went to music school, went to Juilliard, came back, da, da, da. He goes, it's real simple. It's easier to sell a piano than to play one. It's easier. It's easier to sell concepts than to do them. That doesn't mean the concepts don't work. Doesn't mean this Steinway doesn't sound like $1 million and you can play Chopin and Beethoven and all these classical hits. But the skill set to learn that. So don't make your barrier to start doing something so high that you never start doing something.
Right.
What's the lowest barrier to start making money? That's what I always start. Well, the lowest barrier is this. Well, I'm going to do that. And then, because here's the thing about marketing and lead generation and why I've been decent at it. The dirty little secret is that when I got started, I didn't put generating leads as the be all end all. If I don't do it, I'm going to fail. I had this other business over here that I was making money. And every time I made a few extra $1,000, I would take a percentage of that and I'd put over here and I would play. Okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try, because at the end of the day, that's what marketing is all about. It's testing this, split testing this, seeing this. But you got to build margin so that you've got room to fail. But so many people start out, I want to do this first. And then they send out that 30,000 call campaign and they spend $5,000 on it. And they don't get one. And this is a true story. They didn't get one response, not one response from spending $5,000 on a 30,000 call campaign. And then all of a sudden, they're like, it don't work. No, it works. I can show you the technology worked. What sucked was your message. I mean, you just sent out a voicemail drop to 30,000 people, and all you did was piss them off. Right? That's all you did. You didn't sell squat. Whereas if you'd have taken $5,000 and invested, I don't know, maybe $500 in a couple things here and there, start making some money, getting positive cash flow, and then split testing your message. Okay, instead of calling 30,000 people, I'm going to call 3,000 people. Oh, that don't work. Nobody responded. Out of 3,000 calls, if you're going to get something. Well, let me try this. But they have margin to fail, and then they test. Oh, that works. And then you just start building on what works. And that's, to me, that's the mindset you got to have when you start your business. What's the path of the least resistance, the lowest barrier to start getting positive cash flow, make some positive cash flow, and then take that play money and start using some of these principles that we teach. Because, I mean, I don't have a step-by-step formula that I can just give you, David, and say, if you'll do this, every time you do it, you're going to have X amount of people coming begging you to sell them, alternative lending products and stuff. I just don't. I got some strategies that I know works for me, has worked for Chris, but at the end of the day, it's still got to, because the market's every time the Wall Street Journal prints something new, because the landscape changes, mindsets change, attitudes change. So your approach has to change. So it's a moving target. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that says, I have got this magic formula that, that's BS. That might have worked 10 months ago, but who knows what it'll do today, because thing changes. So that's why I'm saying, find the lowest barrier to get net positive cash flow, start making your money, and then testing the market that day. What's working, that don't work. And then make it happen, bro. That's the way to do it. So that was a long laid out answer, but I want to be as comprehensive as possible to you.
Then when you make your first sale, to piggyback off what you just said, and then when you find something that works, right, and you're using our tools, our training, our coaching, you find something that works and you make a sale. You have business that you perform from that campaign. Then you build on it from there, a little bit at a time, You found something that's working. Now our deal works, right? So we show you that blueprint and formula that you can take to the bank pretty much, okay? But you're going to take that same formula and apply that to whatever else that you're looking to do. It's not one thing that you're going to market, and it's, when you're marketing, you want to be doing many things, like at least 3, okay? And there's a variety of different things that you can do, and you've got to have different campaign set. There's an art to marketing with email, with text, with your ad. There's an art to it. And what you get here is we give you the expertise on, hey, don't do this, do this. Okay. So therefore, you're going to shorten your learning curve substantially. This is an education that takes place here. There's, now, although we have very high caliber, quality, experience, expertise across the board. Okay. So we're going to pretty safely, give you good, solid advice, but you got to find something that works and then reinvest and then go to the next step, reinvest and go to the next step, there. Anyway, I just want to throw that in real quick. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you guys do the dissection of of campaigns, like as an elite member?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Matter of fact, I can, let me go back there and see if I can show you one. Hold 1 second. Let me see if it's back there.
You take an elite members campaign and go, yeah, this looks good. This looks good. And kind of go through it. And then like, oh, you said this on this page that you've lost 80% of your people or things like that.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely want to create your metrics and that's one of the things I like about creating your funnel in this app. It's going to give you those metrics of, okay, I had 100 people hit this page and then 80 people hit this page and then only 20 people went. So that tells me between that step and that step, something is not smooth. That transition's not smooth enough. So that's in funnel design. But yeah, you go into your training module here, and of course we got those videos here, but I was going to show you one thing if I can find it here as an example. And I speak in templates a lot of time because, like, for instance, there are literally thousands of different products in hundreds of different industries. There's no way I could speak with authority on all of them. But what I do speak with is like recruiting in TW3, insurance, those things I've got a lot of knowledge in. I use those, and I tell you, just extrapolate from that and apply those principles to the industry you're in. So like in step 7, which you're a plus member, so I want to speak to an area you're already in. You'll notice back here that we've got, a engage and capture training that we've got on lead generation training right here. And actually right here, there's a flow chart. Now this is in the insurance business, but you can take some of that and apply it to other types of businesses. And it's right there. And this is actually in your, your older system you've got right now as well. This is the new system. This is the way it'll be laid out in the new system, but it's in the older system as well, that content.
Hey, David, we can also talk offline after this in the coming days or whatever. But just to echo something that Gary was saying, when I started here 3 years ago, I had like no business, dude. And as a sales rep and trainer, I was trying to figure out how can I make these things work. And I figured out pretty quick that the tools themselves were not really as important to me as the information. So as soon as I could, I called Gary while he was getting on a plane. I said, hey, dude, make sure Terry gets me upgraded because I need to be an elite member before this conference. So, and Gary's like, I'm getting on a plane, right? I'm like, I don't care. I'll pay you what I get.
That's your problem, not my problem.
Exactly. And the information at the elite level is leaps and bounds above the information at the other levels because of the mastermind group where everybody openly shares what's going on, right? And the newest strategies, the newest things going on, that's all right there in the mastermind. And I can tell you in our business, what you and I are both very similarly doing, that's where the value is for you in this company.
Absolutely.
That's what pushed me up from, $27,000 to 364 last year.
Yeah. What you want to do is you want to use this platform for another business outside of this.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you want to specifically do that or referral marketing partners on a more advanced level, you're definitely going to need to be at the elite. There's no question about it. Okay.
No question.
So that's where you're at, where you have some limitations on specifically what you're asking and what you want to accomplish, because we can't give it to you in one day. Okay. It's a process that takes place. It's a journey. Okay.
Well, thank you all. Thank you. I think I'll be an elite member soon.
Can't wait to have you, David.
Yeah.
All right. All right, guys. Well, I hope you're excited about Wednesday night for you guys coming. Michael, good to see you on tonight. Smiling Mike turned on his camera and I got to see him. So good to have you on tonight. Thank all of you guys for coming out. I want to give one last call. If there's any questions, want to make sure we get them. But man, we got a lot of great stuff. I mean, guys, the power of residual income, I cannot stress enough. I don't care what business you're in, create a residual income component around your business and you will insulate yourself from pandemics, politics, and pandemonium. Because I'm going to tell you, the reason why here in 2020 and 2021, TW3 plateaued for a minute and then went right back in is because of residual income. Residual income. That's what attracted me to the insurance business and the financial planning markets. That's why, to be honest with you, that's why I failed as a business owner in 2008 when we had this cataclysmic downshift in the economy because of the housing market, because I was based on this whole mindset of, you eat what you kill that day, which, you got to produce every day. But if you can put some residual income components in your structure of your business and work that business, I'm telling you, it's very powerful. All right. Good.
Terry, real quick.
Yes.
Where do I find the page with the domain names? I can't find it anywhere. I've been looking all over.
The page with the domain.
You were talking earlier about, setting up your domain name and you guys hosting it instead of like GoDaddy or somebody else.
Yeah. Do you have the app?
No, I don't think I have the app yet.
Okay. It's in the back of the app right now, but I can send it to you right now. Hold 1 second. Hold 1 second and I'll
Okay. Is that the same email and password you used to sign into TW3?
No, it's a little different.
Okay, so I don't have it yet.
You don't have it yet. Are you a plus
Elite.
or elite?
Elite.
And who am I speaking with?
Oh, this is Darren. I've been out
Darren.
for quite a while, but I'm coming back soon. And my goal is to be back by the end of the month.
I got you. Hold on a second. Oh, so you're not active?
Yeah, I haven't been active, life and work pulls you back in. But I've got a new job now to where I'm going to have that time.
Yeah. No worries.
Too many directions before I absolutely did not have the time.
Totally get it, brother. Totally get it. Give me just a second. Let me find it for you here. Hold on a second. Well, what happened when you renew, they will send you your.
Well, I've been active in the sense that I have never not been a member. Using it.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. Okay.
Hold on a second here. Trying to hold 1 second. Hold 1 second. I'm having a walk and chew gum at the same time, which for someone like me is difficult to do. I tell you what, Darren, send me an email, terry@terrywilson3.com.
Okay.
And
no worries.
Say, send me the link and I'll send it to you because I can't find it where I'm at right now. I'm sorry.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. Have a good one, guys.
All right, brother. Good to have you.
I'm going to have to sign off, unfortunately, as fun as this is. But every year for my birthday, we do a cake decorating contest. And I am way behind schedule now because everybody else has been doing this thing while I've been hanging out here.
Well, dude, thank you for
catch up.
Hanging out on your birthday, brother.
Happy birthday.
Can't thank you enough.
Miller time.
You guys have an awesome night, and I will see y'all Wednesday.
Tell everybody I said hey.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. All right, guys, we're going to call it a night. I think we got everybody's answers or questions answered, I hope. Elite members, in step 10 in your back office, you'll use that link to get to the Zoom call Wednesday night. Use that link, and it will be at 8 o'clock instead of 9. take note of the new time changes. Remind all of your clients if they want to be grandfathered into the old admin to make sure they're renewed and active before November the 1st. Let your people know that you're talking to right now. If they want to save $600 a year, then to go ahead and buy the system now for such a time as this, because it will be going up to $150 come November the 1st. And I will have the new funnels and hopefully everything set up for you guys, ready to show you this coming Wednesday night at 8 p.m. All right. Good night, everybody.
All right.
Night, John boy.